Welcome back, guys. In today's episode, we're going to be focusing on trying to get the bottom of the frame and everything in core seal and painted. We do have one frame all cleaned up, but everything else isn't rusty at all. So we're not going to be putting any core seal on the metal parts. The frame is the only thing that's kind of surface rust. Nothing else has surface rust. So we went ahead, cleaned the frame down. It's all wire wheeled. So we're gonna go ahead and put some core seal on, and then we're gonna go ahead and grab some, run to AutoZone and grab some semi-gloss spray paint. I don't have my other gun with me to mix the Rust-Oleum up. So we're just gonna go ahead and get a rattle can and go ahead and do the little section. We're doing it in sections. We're doing like this section, and then this section, and then the middle section. We already did the front section, so that's done. But if you're new to the channel, make sure you're subscribing. Helps us out a lot. We're trying to grow this page. But I guess let's go ahead and put some core seal on this frame in the back, and then we'll go ahead and head to AutoZone and get some semi-gloss paint. So let's go ahead and do that. Alrighty guys, so I guess the camera fell over, but we went ahead and put a ton of core seal on here. It does take about 10 to 15 minutes to start changing colors to see how it's doing. But while it's drying, let's go ahead and go pick up some paint, and then we'll paint this up here. We already cleaned it off, but we're gonna go ahead and scuff it up again with a red Scotch-Brite, and then go ahead and paint it. Got back from back in the car from AutoZone. We went ahead and picked up some of this. It's Undercoating Pro Guide. I'm just gonna try this out instead of just painting it black. I saw a lot of videos of people actually using this instead of just regular Rust-Oleum paint. We'll see how it looks. This is paintable, so we'll put it on, and then if we don't like it, we'll go ahead and paint it. But from the picture it looks good. I mean, nice and black. So I guess we'll just have to see. It's corrosion and rust resistant. So we'll just go ahead and see how it does, and if we don't like it, we'll just scuff it up and repaint it. So let's go try this out. It's been about 15 minutes of drying. As you can see, it looks really good. Well, I think we're gonna go ahead and do the frames just with regular paint instead of doing this, because this looks really good, but on the frames I want it to match the front, and this is like a rubber. As you can see, if you hold it in one spot too long, it does that, but that's fine because our gas tank's gonna cover that, so we don't have to fix that. But over here is kind of what it's gonna look like. So it pretty much went from this, from like that, over to nice and black. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and order these springs and order the new shocks. We'll have to look to see if we need new bushings or not. We probably will, because it's always good to just put new ones in. So we'll go ahead and look and see where we can order those from. We're gonna get this all ordered. And I think Monday, we'll go ahead and jack this thing up and try to pull the rear end out so that we can go all the way up, at least up till about right up here, in front of the wheels and all that. Get the whole roof done, or not the roof, but up here done, all up there. And then once we get up to that, we'll go ahead and reassemble the rear end. While we have it out, we'll go ahead and clean it up. As you can see, I put some core seal on there just to see what it did. But we'll have to go ahead and wire wheel that stuff. But we'll go ahead and take that out, paint that up. We'll have to get some new tops of the springs here. I don't know where to get those. I'll have to look that up too. But then once we do that, we're going to go ahead and just, I guess, paint all this up. So today is Thursday, so I guess we'll just have to wait till we get everything in. But in the meantime, what we're going to do is we're going to call it a day. We got a really early start in this video, so we're going to go ahead and come back out tomorrow and take some of these fuel lines out and all that, because we don't need those in there right now. We're going to be getting new ones anyway. So we'll go ahead and take these out tomorrow and unhook these brake lines, try to get the brake lines off of here. And yeah, I guess we'll see how it goes, and maybe we'll go ahead and paint up here. So we'll catch you with you tomorrow. Alrighty guys, so it's the next day here. We went ahead and put the rust stuff on. We just went ahead and did that because you can't really get any good angles in here. So we got it on jack stands here. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix up some Rust-Oleum paint and go ahead and paint all in here with black. As you can see, it is looking really good in there. The reason why the springs and the shocks are still rusty is because we got new ones in the mail. They should be here either tonight or tomorrow, but depending on how much time we have, tomorrow we'll probably put those in and see how it sits. And we didn't even bother going ahead and going over here and getting these drum brakes, because we're thinking about converting this to disc brakes, just because it's safer and all that. But we're gonna go ahead and mix up some paint and go ahead and paint this, see how it looks, and then we might go ahead and start working up farther. We also did come over here and paint some of the bottom over here. Up here, as you can see, we still have to do all this over here. We just have only 2 jack stands, so we only have the back jacked up. But if we can get some more or find some more, we want to do the front, and then we can get under here, because it's really tight, so we can't get underneath there besides just laying on the ground. And as you can see how dirty the ground is. But we did go ahead and do these frame rails, as you can see. So we might go ahead and paint this while we're at it and see how it turns out. So let's go. Alrighty guys, so it's been drying for about an hour now. As you can see, it's nice and good. And then tomorrow, that's when our shocks and all that come in. We're gonna go ahead and replace those, and we'll go ahead and paint behind them and everywhere that they're blocking. But yeah, it's looking good. All we have left underneath is right here and up. We already painted these frame rails right here, as you can see. They're looking really good. But once we get done with the back, we're gonna go ahead and jack up the front and work on the front up here. And then we'll be done painting the whole body and undercoating it, which will be great, because then we'll be able to start working on getting the thing painted. And then after we get it painted, we'll probably be going ahead and doing the inside and then assembling everything. And yeah, we'll probably go ahead and buy an engine once we get everything done. And before we start assembling stuff, because it'll be easier to put the engine in without having all the fenders and the radiator support and all that. So that's probably what we'll be doing. But for now, we really can't do much more. So we're gonna go ahead and wait for those parts to get in, and then we'll check back with you when we're putting those in. Alrighty guys, so our box from Rock Auto just got in. We got our seats here for the coils. We got our shocks here. They're inside, you have to pull one out. Looking pretty good. We're gonna get all these installed today. We also have the coils down here. But yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and jack this thing up. As you can see, the paint dried and it's looking really good under there. But what we're gonna do is jack this thing up and go ahead and pull them out. We're gonna go ahead and do the shocks first because it will drop the rear end a little bit, and then we will go ahead and do the coils while we have the shocks out. So let's go ahead and jack this thing up. Alrighty guys, so we just got one side out. We just wanted to show you the new versus old. So that's the old. As you can see, it's stuck up. We drained all the air out and it's stuck. As you can see, there's no air on this one and it's all the way down. Because they're air shocks, they require air to go up and down so you can adjust your ride. So this is completely empty, no air at all, and that's what it's looking like. And that's completely empty on the old ones. You can just tell how bad they were. So let's go ahead and start putting this. We're gonna go ahead and put this side in off camera so that we know what we're doing, and then we'll hop on the other side and show you that. Alrighty guys, so it's all in now. As you can see, they're looking really good. We still have some stuff to touch up on later when we get back under here, paint more. We got to do the front half, but we'll probably do that off camera. But as of right now, it's looking really good. We went ahead and ran those wires over here and then into the frame and then out on this side because they'll be coming out of the gas pump, and that's where it'll be hidden. Right here, it's not really staying up well on this thing as we hope it would. But we went ahead and put some air in it. You can go from 25 to 200. I don't know the exact right amount that most people ride on. So I left a post in my group chat on Facebook to ask. So we'll see. But as of right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this thing off these jacks. Alrighty guys, as you can see, it's sitting a whole lot better. I don't really know as of right now if it still has a lean to it or not, but it looks a lot more aggressive just from putting that on. Let's look from the side and see if it has a little bit of a lean to it. I mean, it does have a little lean to it, which is amazing, makes it look more aggressive. Once we figure out the exact number of, or amount of PSI to put in, then it will look a lot better. But as of right now, what we're gonna do is clean up real quick, and then we'll catch back with you guys. So let's clean up. Alrighty guys, so we went ahead and cleaned up, and we started underneath. We went ahead and took these little scrapers and scraped off all that dirt that's up on top. We got half of it done, and then we're gonna start on the other half, and then we're gonna wipe it down with wax, or with thinner first to get all the rest of the dirt off, and then we'll wipe it down with wax and grease remover and go ahead and undercoat it. So that's what we're gonna do now, and yeah, we're gonna start scraping it off over there. Down here, scraping off the bottom with this. We already did most of this, we just got it scraped and wiped down. We still need to sand it, get it prepped, but we can't really get a good angle on this with only me holding it. So I'm gonna show you guys what we're doing. We're just going ahead and taking this scraper and going over it like this, and that's about it. But we're gonna go ahead and do this because we can't get a good angle. We're gonna go ahead and do this off camera, so we'll check with you after. Alrighty guys, so we had a minor setback here while scraping out the bottom. If it will focus, we found 2 little rust areas, and we poked them out, and there's some holes there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and grind that down, go ahead and weld it up. It is dusty in here, hopefully nothing happens, but we wiped down this area. We're gonna grind this area down and then go ahead and weld it. So let's go ahead and grind this down. We'll check with you afterwards, and then we'll weld it up. Can't really get a good angle in here to hold the camera. We need to get our tripod back out here, but yeah, let's get this thing grinded down. Alrighty guys, so we got it welded. As you can tell, it's not the best. We ended up having to patch it on there because the rust went a little farther than what we thought. It's not the best, but you will never see it because it's underneath the seat. And then we went ahead and painted the rest of it down here. It's looking really good. What we're gonna do is off camera, we're gonna sand this down and paint it all Rust-Oleum black so that it all matches. I know we said we didn't, but we didn't want to do that, but after it dried, we realized that it's not as black as we want it to be. So we're gonna go ahead and scuff it up when it dries tomorrow, and go ahead and paint it. Do that off camera. But for our patch here, we just went ahead and got our old fender that we didn't use, and we cut a hole in it, as you can see. And yeah, we welded that in. Alrighty guys, so that's gonna be a wrap for this video. We got the whole underbody prepped and undercoated. Off camera, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and paint it all one color of black. Shouldn't take us more than a couple hours to do that. We'll probably be doing that off camera tomorrow. But besides that, our buddy's gonna be coming out here soon to check out our body work. And after he gives us the perfect, you know, saying it's all good, we're gonna go ahead and paint this. Hopefully it's within the next 2 weeks. That's with our fingers crossed. But yeah, I know we have a spot right here that we gotta pull out because it's kind of caved in. We didn't realize that till now. So we're gonna try to pull it out. But besides that, we think everything else is looking really good. But if you're new to the channel, make sure you're subscribing. We did a lot in this video. We're trying to get a lot done on this car so we can move on to bigger and better things. So yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.